Okay, so on this we're going to go ahead and go through secondary dominants just in natural minor. This is kind of rare to just use natural minor in traditional functional harmony, but you know, we're going to do it anyways just to so we can learn all the possible tonicizing chords that would, in traditional harmony, you'd eventually end up on a raised third 5 chord. In natural minor, that doesn't happen. There's no strong 5-to-1 cadence. So, but you can use secondary dominants, and we're going through this because this is going to lead into the next phase where we use the raised third 5 of harmonic minor. So let's use natural minor. And so on the 5, you don't have that raised third 5 for that strong cadence to 1 like this. So secondary dominants are kind of problematic in a way with natural minor. However, they're usable. So going through the chords, the 2 chord cannot be tonicized. So the 3 chord is it's naturally occurring natural minor, the relative major of natural minor. So it does have a 7th chord, but it's not chromatically altered. So we can use it, and though there's no chromatic alteration, you could use it like says, in such a way, and then return to the C natural minor. It completely feasible. Play it more musically. Okay, so using the 7 chord of C minor, which is the 5 in E flat, so the 4 chord, that's tonicizable, and it's okay. Remember, you don't always need a 7th either, so raising the 3rd of the 1 chord gives you the 5 of 4. So, but getting back to the home plate, getting back is often tricky. So well, let's just come up with a sequence of the 1, a 4 with a pedal point. We're going to use 5 of 4, 4, 2, 1. Okay, and I'll try to use it musically so it makes sense. Just using 6 walking, 4, 5 of 4, 2, 1. So it works. You just sometimes getting things to work is just a matter of timing and execution. So let's create up a walking sequence. Maybe we'll do a 1, a 5 with a 5th in the bass, a 1 with a 3rd in the bass, 5 of 4, 4, 6, 7, 1. Okay, we'll do something like that. Okay, try to play this more musical. Okay, so it's possible, but the 5 chord. Now this one's tricky because that minor 5, you don't want it to sound like a modulation to G minor. It doesn't go back to the 1 nicely, so we gotta. So a trick is to immediately go back to anything that uses that flat 6 within the minor scale. Okay. And then it's easy to get back to the 1 chord. That's a big trick in using natural minor. Maybe do 1, 4, 1, 1, 5 of 5, 6, 4, 1. Okay, let's do something like that. Let me see. Play musically. So it works out by, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. That flat 6, by immediately reintroducing something that uses that flat 6, it's easy to get back to the 1, the root, after using a secondary dominant. So remember that in natural minor. Here's another trick. We could use the 5 of 5 with the 7th in the bass, okay? Something like this. 1 5 of 5, 5, 4, 4. So if I do this in kind of a musical fashion, I'll just improvise off that and 5 of 5. Let's stop there. Okay, I got ahead of myself. So when you reintroducing that flat 6 will help you get back. So the 6th chord, the 5 of 6. Let's work that into something. So some kind of sequence progression. 1, 7, 3, 5 of 6. No, 4, 1. Just working it in somehow. So now of course you have to play something musically for it to make. So just working that into something musically like that, it does work. So okay, the 5 of 7 is kind of tricky to get in there. Okay, but we'll figure out a way. I never say never to any chord, but we want to reintroduce that flat 6 right away after that 5 of 7. So in order to feel like we're back in C minor, C natural minor. Maybe we'll do 1, 5 of 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 1. So I'll play something musical and play it musically. So 5 of 7. So with a matter of timing and whatnot, it works out fine. So never discount a chord. Let's chain dominance. Just remember we learned these before. So they're workable, but without that raised third 5, it tends to sound kind of well, it's workable. Let me see if I could come up with. There we go. See? So chaining dominance, 5 of 4, and then the 4 becomes a new 5 of 7, and then that becomes a new 5 of 3, etc., and then that becomes a new 5 of 6. You eventually have to kind of sneak your way back into natural minor in order to stay in natural minor. So the reason we're doing just natural minor is because these moves are going to become very relevant when we have the raised third 5, and that will be a very good escape route to get us right back to C minor when we start using the raised third 5 from like harmonic minor, melodic minor. So these moves would become very, very much easier to intertwine and get to work so learn them in natural minor, and of course they're the same secondary dominants from its relative major, so you don't have to relearn a bunch of secondary dominants. So the relative major of C minor is E flat major. I'm sorry. So that's the goal here, is to get these to work in natural minor, and I think I'm repeating myself. Never mind. So then we start using the raised third. Well, that's important. We start using the raised third dominant 5 chord, and these moves become. It's easier to sneak these moves in. So tackle the hard part first, where you don't have to rely on the raised third 5 chord to get back to your 1. Raised third 5 chord just with just the raised third, or the flat 7, dominant 7th chord to get back to your 1 chord. You don't have to rely on that. So it's good practice.